So the majority of us here are teen drivers. This is why I would like to address a much too common issue amongst teen drivers, which is car accidents. Some can be avoided if it's the fault of another driver, but many times there are actions you can take to prevent these accidents. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, or the IIHS, says that 2,623 teens of the ages 13 to 19 died in car accidents in 2014. Driving safely does not only affect you, but it affects your passengers even more so. The IIHS says that 78% of teen crash deaths in 2014 were passengers. Some of the ways to prevent these tragedies are to not text and drive, not drink and drive, and always follow the rules of the road and of your licensing. These days, everybody has a smartphone and text. Texting is useful. You can send quick messages to your friends, unlike calling, which takes a longer time. You can be on the road and shoot them a text and tell them you're on your way, or ask them if they want something from out. It seems harmless, but distracted drivers are the leading cause of teenage car accidents. Braitman and McCart, in their traffic injury prevention study, stated that 45% of 18-year-olds report that they text and drive. This is just the people who have admitted to it, and there are many more who haven't. The CDC claims that if you're driving 55 miles per hour and you get a text message of an average length and you choose to read it, that your eyes are going to be off the road for the length of a football field or more. The CDC also says that 8 people are killed and 1,161 are injured every day due to distraction while driving. If you really need to read a text, do it, pull over or park somewhere, or just wait until you get to your destination. Your safety is more important than their text. The second solution is don't drink and drive. First, if you're a teen and you're underage, you shouldn't be drinking in the first place, let alone driving afterwards. There are people that do it, which is why this must be addressed. The IIHS discovered that 15% of the 16 and 17-year-olds were fatally injured drunk drivers in 2014 out of all of the car accidents. It's obvious why you shouldn't drink and drive, because it can impair your senses and especially your decision making. If you do make the choice to drink, then you should have somebody who is not intoxicated to drive you home. The last solution includes a variety of things. One is to follow the rules of the road and also of your license. Always wear a seatbelt. It can be the difference between life and death. It's less of a problem now that it's a law, but back when it wasn't a law, a lot of people chose not to wear it. Make sure your passengers are also buckled in, because again, they are at a higher risk of getting injured in a car wreck than the driver usually is. For an example of how to follow the rules of your licensing, I would like to use the intermediate license in Kentucky for people under the age of 18. One rule of this is that you can't have multiple passengers under the age of 20 in the car with you while you're driving. This law is in place because having many friends in the car can distract you, and it'll have you unfocused when you're driving. It is smart to carpool, but not if it's against the law. Another rule of the intermediate license is you can't drive between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. unless you're going to work or school. The IIHS stated that 23% of teen deaths in car accidents occur during 12 and 6 a.m. If you must drive at these times for work or school, be sure to be extra careful. Now that you are all aware of how to prevent teenage car accidents, you should take action. If you don't drink and drive or text and drive, then encourage your friends not to as well, and make sure you keep the roads safe for teens and everyone else on the roads. Don't text while driving, don't drive under the influence, wear a seatbelt, and follow the rules of your license and also of the road. Most of all, Don't drive distracted.